Hello, hi, good morning. So, again, one more class. We people are discussing seriously about remote sensing, digital in that part, digital image processing, the serious part and the end part of the remote sensing. And we have discussed so many things that from if you are see if you people are looking back, we have discussed so many things, so many concepts, right? That may be image restoration, image enhancement, correction, image correction is there, image enhancement is there, image restoration is there, image classification. And now we are discussing about different indices, not just index, indices. So in that one, indices, the first part is already over, and this one is the second part. We are discussing a lot different applications. See, I said what are the major uses. Here are the different uses, right? Different indexes that helps the humans and to maintain the better environment setup and all those things. You can use these different indexes and certain classification measures that including land use, land cover classification and all those things, that we have discussed so many things. How this different classification, how these integers are helpful for better land management. Fine. See, the geography people, we people are studying about spatial process, spatial pattern, and spatial behavior. For what? For a better future and for a better present. Right? We are learning certain lessons from what? Past. We are learn certain things from the past, using that lessons for better present and super better future. So technology is for that. So the remote sensing, it is also an advanced technology. And I said remote sensing is an important method in geographical information, GIS, geographical information system. And GIS is the have said several times, it is the heart of cartography and it is the language of geography. It will do a lot for better land management, for better environment management, for better resource management. We are using this technology for different purposes. So let me tell you one more thing. We are missing certain practical lessons. I know that, but the situation is something what? It is something like this. Okay, we will do this. If it is possible, we will do a practical live session. If the what the things are getting well. So it is the second part of remote sensing indices. So in that today's video, we are discussing about ARVI, then GCI, then SIPI, NBR, then NDBI, normalized difference in built-up index, then NDWI, that is normalized difference in water index. The last two ones that are very important to studying about urban area, to studying about water resources. And this is a video that is helpful for understanding the application level. What are the major applications of remote sensing? These are the major applications of remote sensing, that is land use, land cover classification, studying about urban area, studying about forest, studying about agriculture. So it that different things that is helpful, that is different indices in remote sensing or different indexes in remote sensing and land use and land cover classification. Right? That are the things helpful for better management of the resources, land, forest, agriculture, whatever it is. All are different resources for better planning. Map is a decision making tool. We are preparing certain that hard or soft maps, that certain thematic maps for better decision making. Right? So let us start our lesson. And first of all, we are discussing about GCI, that is green chlorophyll index, is used to estimate the content of leaf chlorophyll in various species of plants. The chlorophyll content reflects the physiological state of vegetation. It decreases in stressed plants and can therefore be used as measurement for plant health. So the GCI that is helpful for assessing the plant health. So this is the formula of GCI. Formula of GCI, green chlorophyll index. Key fact: better prediction of chlorophyll amount with the GCI vegetation index can be achieved by using satellite sensors that have broad NIR and green wavelengths. When to use? For monitoring the impact of seasonality, environmental stresses, applied pesticides on plant health. That are the major use. That is GCI. That this is the formula, and the use of they understand the health of the different species or different plants. When to use? The structure of next one is the structure of intensive structure the structure intensive pigment index, SIPI. See, I have not this one, this GCI and this SIPI. Have not used both of this index. Sorry. Okay, I have never tried this, and we'll see. Okay, index is good for analysis of vegetation with the variable canopy structure. You know that what you mean by canopy. It estimates the ratio of uh, carotenoids to chlorophyll. The increased value signals of stressed vegetation to understand the stressed vegetation. So the formula of SIPI index, that is NIR, stands for near infrared, that divided by red. This is the formula. Key fact: high SPI values increased carotenoids and decreased chlorophyll are often an indicator of plant diseases, which is associated with loss of chlorophyll in plants. It is also helpful for farmers. This tool is used to understand the farming, the health of the uh, agriculture, different kinds of plants and species. When to use? For monitoring plant health in regions with high variability in canopy structure, or leaf area index for early detection of plant diseases or other causes of stress. See the third one, that is NBR, normalized burn ratio, that is used to highlight burned areas following the fire. The equation of NBR vegetation index includes measurement at both in near infrared and shortwave infrared, that is SWIR, wavelength, near infrared and short wave infrared wavelengths. Healthy vegetation shows high reflectance in NIR spectrum, whereas the recently burned areas of vegetation affect highly in shortwave infrared spectrum. NBR, NBR, normalized burn ratio fire index, has become especially instrumental in the past years as extreme weather conditions such as El Nino drought cause significant increase in wildlife destroying forest biomes. To perform NBR vegetation index calculation, one needs a raster image containing the near infrared and short wave infrared bands. That may be a satellite image collected by Landsat 7, Landsat 8, MODIS, etc. The range of values is between 1 and -1. Formula of spectral index NBR, that is NBR equal near infrared minus short wave infrared into near infrared plus short wave infrared divided by short wave infrared. So this is the formula. And key fact: it is a common practice to assess burn extent of 7 severity with the relative difference in NBR, delta normalized burn ratio. Oh, sorry. that has shown the highest response to landscape changes caused by fire. It is a difference between the NBR calculated from an image of an area before the fire and NBR calculated from an image taken immediately after the burn. That means we will prepare to NBR ratio, normalized burn ratio, that some kinds of fire is occurring. See, you know that the last I think, yes, few months back, there is a huge fire that occurred in Amazon and Australia. If you want to study about those kinds of things, you can use for that classification method, land use and land cover classification method. And this is the most apted one. We will prepare an NBR before the forest fire and after the forest fire, and you can calculate the difference. How much vegetation was spoiled, and that kinds of things. And additionally, there are NBR thermal 1 index, which includes the thermal band to enhance NBR and provides more accurate differentiation between the burned and unburned land. When to use, the typical use of NBR index for agriculture and forestry in detection of active fires, analysis of burn severity, and monitoring vegetation survival after the burn. Next one is ARVI, that is atmospherically resistant vegetation index. Is the first vegetation index which is not relatively prone to atmospheric factors such as aerosol. The formula of ARV index, invented by Kaufman and Tenrey, is basically NDVI corrected for atmospheric scattering effects in the red reflectance spectrum by using the measurements in blue wavelengths. Formula for ARVI vegetation index. See, that is the formula. You can read the formula. Key fact: compared to other index, ARVI agriculture index is also more robust to topographic effects, which makes it is highly effective monitoring tool for tropical mountainous regions often polluted by soot coming from slash and burn agriculture. See, it is helpful for assessing the slash and burn agriculture. When to use for regions with high content of atmospheric aerosol, rain, fog, dust, smoke, air pollution, etc. Next one is normalized difference built-up index, that is helpful for studying about urban area, NDVI, which is used for mapping built-up areas automatically. This method main advantage is the unique spectral response of built-up area and other land covers. So this is the formula for NDVI. See, nowadays we will use for Landsat 80 page for studying about NDVI. Next one is NDWI, that is normalized difference in vegetation index. That is the formula in the just equal to that one. The normalized difference water index is derived from the near infrared NIR and the green channels. This formula highlights the amount of water in the water bodies. The amount of water present in vegetation primarily affects the spectral reflectance in shortwave infrared channel. So that is all about today's class. It is, see, just reading the slides and explaining, that's quite easy. I'm just looking the slide and I'm just reading. See, you have to understand the concepts. So that is all about today. We discussed about atmospherically resistant vegetation index, ARVI, GCI, green chlorophyll index, then SIPI, then normalized burn ratio, NDVI, normalized difference in built-up index, and NDWI, that is normalized difference in water index. That NDWI, that is helpful for studying about water resources. NDBI, that is mainly using for the studying about urban area, and all other four, that is helpful for studying about vegetation and agriculture. Right? try to understand the concept, try to learn the formula. Most probably, any of these four or five, they will ask the formula. You have to write the formula. Definitely, the exam. In the exam, there will be a question asking about any of the indices. So it is very helpful for managing the land resources, forest resources, agricultural resources, etc. Very helpful tools. So kindly understand the concept and kindly attend the video and attend the assessment regularly. That is very helpful for you for your examination. And you can ask your doubts and you can give your feedback. So let me wind up for today. You can ask your doubts. So thank you. Thanks a lot.